Right, so welcome back to another video on this channel. Burnley won, Arsenal won at Turf Moor, and you'd probably have to say, Granit Xhaka, man, what are you doing? Because I think that mistake from him has probably cost his team a much-needed 3 points in the Premier League, and yeah, I think that Burnley will obviously be the happier of the two sides with this game, given the fact that, of course, they have a lot more to play for in terms of, getting themselves out of relegation trouble, and Arsenal, have nothing really to play for in the Premier League at this moment in time. They're solely focusing now on the Europa League after that win against Benfica a few weeks back, and Burnley will definitely be the happier of the 2 points, as well as the fact that they got a point against Leicester in midweek, a very good point against a top 16, you'd have to say now. And of course, Arsenal did have a week to prepare for this game, a week to recuperate after that victory against Leicester last weekend at the King Power Stadium, so Arsenal have had a lot more time to prepare for this game, which I actually thought it was quite an even game on the overall basis of things in terms of chances created. I mean, obviously Arsenal dominated the game a bit more in terms of possession and chances created overall, but Burnley did have their few chances themselves. I mean, it actually was a pretty decent game in terms of actually clear-cut chances, especially at the end of the game when you see that goal-mouth scramble in the 94th minute of the game where a few shots were blocked from the likes of Aubameyang and Pepe, etc., and then Dani Ceballos goes and rattles the post. Nearly won the game for Arsenal right at the death, but nevertheless, it was 1-1. Started the game off with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's goal on 6 minutes. A very well-worked goal from Arsenal from defence to attack and a speedy transition. Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka in midfield doing really well. Partey and Xhaka playing the 1-2. Partey with the progressive pass like he usually does. Willian picks up the ball, lays it off to Aubameyang, who, really is good at finishing from the area, because you never know whether he's going to go across the keeper and finesse it into the far corner or go near post. And in this instance, he did go near post, and it was too hot for Nick Pope to handle, even though he did get solid contact on it. So 1-0 Arsenal, a very good goal, a very deserved lead, because Arsenal did come quick out the traps. And then right on the brink of half-time, I mean, a moment of absolute madness, a moment of absolute stupidity from Granit Xhaka, and that's the one thing I will always hold about Granit Xhaka, and I'm sure a lot of people will do the same. Granit Xhaka has the potential to be a world-class deep-line playmaker, and yes, I did say that because his passing range is very good, he's very good in terms of keeping the ball moving. I think he's really good at spraying the ball from deep and, transitioning from defence to attack, which is very important in the modern day game, especially with a midfielder next to him, like Thomas Partey, who has legs. Not only that, but is a good passer of the ball as well, and can do some of the dirty work for Xhaka, because even though Xhaka is a decent enough defender at times, he can be rash, he can be quite stupid, and the one thing I will always hold against Granit Xhaka, and the one reason why I don't think he will ever be world class, is because of that moment of stupidity in him. And yeah, exactly, you saw that today. He looks up, sees Chris Wood there, and for some reason decides to pass over that end, and yeah, just hits off Chris Wood, goes into the back of Bernd Leno's net, and you just see Chris Wood's reaction. He just goes, it's almost like he was expecting Granit Xhaka to do something absolutely ridiculous in that scenario, and yeah, gifted Burnley their equaliser. Not a good time to do it whatsoever on the brink of half-time, and yeah, of course, the one thing you don't want to do is concede a goal to Burnley, especially that early on in the game, because it gives them something to hold on to. Burnley were never going to go into this game thinking, yeah, we're going to go all hell for leather, we're going to try and take 3 points off this Arsenal team, especially an Arsenal team who have been quite decent over the last few months, and I think it was absolutely ridiculous to, gift Burnley a goal like that, because yeah, as I said, they're so solid defensively when they want to be. They're very hard to break down when they, have a result that they want to hold on to. That's exactly what happened today, and yeah, Burnley definitely are, as I keep saying, the happier of the two sides with this draw. But yeah, in terms of Arsenal's lineup, I mean, I thought Mikel Arteta actually did do relatively well in terms of actually picking the right team to win the game. I think he went with Callum Chambers at right back, his first start in like God knows how long. I think it was the start of last season, I should say, and I think it was an interesting decision because of the fact that he was obviously on Dwight McNeil's side for Burnley in Burnley's left wing position. I think it was a good choice considering the fact that Chambers is a lot more defensively solid than Cedric and Hector Bellerin, so obviously it was nullifying Dwight McNeil's threat, which he has on his left foot, because he has a very good whip on him, a very good delivery, and obviously Burnley thrive off balls into the box where Chris Wood, Mate Vidra, Ashley Barnes, Jay Rodriguez, whoever's in the box can obviously utilise those high balls into the box. One thing that did surprise me though was the fact that they didn't start Nicolas Pepe, and even though Pepe I think had an absolute disaster class when he came onto the pitch, but I think that he was really good against Leicester. My personal opinion, he was man of the match against Leicester, so why not play him while he's on a high? Why not play him when he has confidence? You have Saka on the right, Pepe on the left. They've done really, really well, those two, on the opposite side of the wings in recent weeks, so I just don't know why he decided to bring in Willian, who, yes, did get an assist, but you know what, I think Nicolas Pepe, really needed to start today, get that confidence booster. And to be fair to Burnley, actually, as well, because it's not like they just sat back, because it actually does look like in this video I was, insinuating that Burnley kind of sat back once they went 1-1. Don't get me wrong, Burnley had quite few chances to actually get back into this and potentially win the game. Bernd Leno did make quite a good few saves, and yeah, Burnley could have easily won the game. And yeah, in terms of Burnley standout players, I mean, Chris Wood and Mate Vydra once again up front ran their socks off, worked really, really hard, and of course Chris Wood did get the goal. I don't think he'd give himself that much credit for it, but you know what, he scored at the end of the day. His name is on the score sheet, so of course he will obviously be happy with that. I think Ben Mee, James Tarkowski were absolutely unbelievable in defence once again. I think Nick Pope will be quite disappointed with the goal he did concede, but at the end of the day, you know, he's made so many good saves. He's kept Burnley in a lot of games this season and over the years, so of course I think you can probably, you know, let him off with that mistake. But yeah, I think Tarkowski and Mean, once again, who are absolutely solid whenever Burnley are defending a lead, and once again put their bodies on the line, blocked absolutely everything and defended really, really well, and were one of the pivotal roles in Burnley holding on to a point today against Arsenal. But yeah, if we actually go and look at the league table now, I mean, that point does move Burnley onto 30 points, so you think 10 games left in the season, what are Burnley going to need? Probably another 6 or 7 points in those last 8 games, which I definitely think they will get. I think they are safe. I've said it for weeks now. What Burnley do is they, you know, they lose a few games, but they pick up points when they need it. They pick up enough points on a consistent basis to drag themselves out of any relegation trouble, and I do think they will be relatively safe. And I think that Sean Dyche, he needs to get back in the summer, because he's done absolute wonders for this Burnley team. He has to get back in the summer, or else he probably will leave, and he'll have every right to. And Burnley, I think once Sean Dyche leaves, I think Burnley will be straight back down, no questions asked. In terms of Arsenal, as I said, nothing really to play for. That was their 27th game, so they still have a game in hand over Burnley, but that moves them onto 38 points. Just about safe from relegation, I think, but no, not seriousness. I mean, Arsenal are probably going to finish around mid-table like they did last season, unless they have a really good strong end to the season, but that probably won't happen because they have all their eggs in the one basket for the Europa League now. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave this video, because I don't think there's much else I need to say on this game. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, because 20 likes, as per usual, would be massively appreciated by myself. And also, if you could subscribe to the channel if you're new, that would be massively appreciated as well, because we are looking at 1,500 subscribers on this channel as soon as we possibly can. So if you hit that subscribe button right now, it would cost you absolutely nothing and would make my day, so there's very much a win-win situation. And I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.